Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you. Please click the thumbs up, like, and subscribe, and the bell notification. Thank you.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Oh, time. Ready.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
I'm want to call and talk of the King there.
That's the reason I'm done with him, because I see the boy have me to get up here with the same Raga.
Hold on. The boy have you and the girl have here with the same red rock?
Yes. Raga.
Yeah.
Beside the girl with the next side of story about the red Raga. Then people that look at me and say you're Haganiering because the way we are.
Yo, that word them mad. Haganiering. Haganiering to the flipping word.
Hi. Ragashanti ya the Mixup daddy. Hallelujah. Ragashanti go on and on. Yes, Ragashanti. So you know how rich feelings this, right? And you know me have to listen to your program because you talk a crocus bag of things with scandal side of it.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live.
I Mixup An Blenda time.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Check. Big up on yourself, and people. Everything is everything. Larger people, larger, bigger people, big up on things. Seen up, so wrong, so down, so over, so under, so big up all who are chill right you now. I want to stress free. I don't have no problem pound head. Big up on yourself. If no man not stress you no out, no woman not stress you out. You're not under woman government. You're not under man government. Big up yourself if you don't have nobody who a police your every move. Big up yourself if you can get up and go out when you want go out, come in when you want come in, wear where you want wear, eat where you want eat, hang out with who you want hang out, because you have your good freedom and thing. Big up yourself, you know. Nothing more important than contentment, you know, and peace of mind. Remember me tell you no, money not worth it. Look good not worth it. Look good somebody and clothes and material things not worth it. Don't sacrifice your peace of mind for material gain. Remember, when you don't have your peace of mind, it affects everything for you. It affects the functioning of your organs. Right? Stress reduces the capabilities of your respective organs. Wear down your body. You understand? Holiday come right here now. Get rid of all of the crosses. All right, people, here we go. Yes, I'm on, I kind of touch base with me around about this thing with the thing we're going with Zip FM down at Jamaica and the response. And there's a big respect to Uno who reach out to me because, again, once we had our discussion, and then on the right, I understand. Everyone I want to talk to. Everyone I want to talk to who they disagree with it. After I don't talk to them, everyone I want to agree with me. And say, oh, one of them misunderstand me. All right? And the misunderstanding came from people. You have to know how you think, right? And you have people who are zero-sum thinkers. They are either-or thinkers. Everything come down to wrong or right or that's it. And like I've always shared with you, in truth, while we have some things where it's just either or and it's appropriate for it to be either or, most of life is not simply either or. The way I put it out, for those of you familiar with my rhetoric, you know that I have always said that life is really lived in the gray areas. Most of life is lived in the gray areas. And when we say gray areas, what are we saying? Remember, all the area between black and white is gray. In order to make the color gray, when you're painting and whatever, you have to mix black and white. That's how you get gray. Right? So if you're moving on a spectrum from black over to white, you're actually traveling through different gradations of gray, that's a coincidence, the gradation. If you're traveling from white till black, again, you're traveling in different gray. You start at white, and it's light gray, right over to dark gray, right over to black. And that is the area that most of us live life in. Because when the challenges come upon us and decisions and choices that we have to be made, if all of them was just really, 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 really clear, as in black and white, then decisions would be so much more easier to make, wouldn't they? Right? But life is not as simple as that, Most of life is some sort of balancing of the pros and cons have to occur. Some sort of balancing of the pluses and the minus, must occur. Very often, particularly with relationship things, we end up in a position where when you have to make a choice, you have to say, boy, these are the benefits of the thing, and these are the negatives of the thing, These are the bad things within the relationship, and these are the good things. And then now we have to wonder if the bad outweigh the good or the good outweigh the bad, before we make certain choices. You understand? God, no, to be human is to be imperfect. Nobody out there is perfect. So, and when two imperfect beings start to interact and whatever, you have, good and bad that can happen. That is all context dependent, all based on the needs, of each parties and so forth and things like that. You understand? All right? So what happened here? The taxi man, them did strike at Jamaica. This taxi man, him take a piece of board and a race up innocent, law-abiding, peaceful citizens. He was very aggressive. He was nasty. He was very aggressive and just, to say he was disgusting would be accurate. And somebody made a video of him behaving that way. And him did a go on like straight bad man, straight gangster, auntie. And somebody made a video of him. The video got out. So again, so this man was very threatening and threatening in terms of committing assault. So I don't know if he has been tried yet or anything, but I can tell you that he's criminally culpable of assault on innocent people who were just trying to go about, them just get up every day and do what they do every day, you know, take a taxi, and through the taxi them a strike, and them say them not carry nobody and thing. Him just decide to really assault innocent law-abiding citizens who don't involved in a badness, no know nothing about badness. So he is indeed criminally culpable. Right? No question about that. The police arrest him and then make a whole heap of memes about him, because when them arrest a be balling him depan and him turn poor thing or whatever. So the contrast was amusing. And we live in the era of social media. So when everything go out there, it becomes comical. So the contrast was entertaining. So if you see him did go on like a gangster and bad boy with the people them and a piece of board, kind that is the other thing too, you know. He had a board that essentially was a weapon and thing and whatever. And to see him with that board, you know, assaulting innocent people who did nothing. And then to see him a ball and thing when he was being led in jail and all these things and whatever. And then, you know, the JCF, the Jamaica Constabulary Force, they too are playing that social media game. Cause you can't blame them, because people are playing against police, or police are playing against. So when police do anything too, certain little thing, police use social media to publicize. I think that is a good thing what they're doing. You know, because no fauna loves the police now, do them work and things. So nothing wrong if the police provide documentation that they are indeed doing their work, which a great many of them have long been doing their work. All right, so people saw that and was upset. Then came this young lady, you know, over Zip FM, who was doing an interview with him. So they sought him out, did an interview with him, and the interview came over like they were celebrating him, giving him an award and whatever, and they did it for social media too, you know, because it was a video. Zip FM is a radio station. So, and then them kind of gift wrap the board or the button where him did that, you know, something like where him did that use as a weapon. I don't know if it's the same one. And then I give it to him or whatever. And when I saw it, I was shocked. Yeah, because I was like, what in God's name was this young lady thinking? Why are they doing this? So here you have somebody who, you know, in my opinion, is guilty, is criminally guilty of assaulting innocent citizens. And you had this person under the auspices of Zip FM essentially celebrating it. It was wrong. And it's a young lady, you know, who was doing this. And what. I have no idea what, you know, ran through her mind. Make sure you go do that. I actually cannot come up with, I can't even come up with an explanation to say, well, she wrong, you know, but me see what she did do, why she do it. No, me can't even see why she did do it, honestly. I can't see that. But I write, you know, so, but me could follow what me I say so far, what happened. Taxi man them strike. Them no want nobody to take taxi. People are going a taxi and whatever, so them basically, it's like you have a strike and some of the workers, them have broke the strike, so them, so this a man him feel like say him can't come with a piece of board now and go assault. You know, him never beat nobody with the board, but him, you know, the man them come out and he was just most aggressive and terrible in his assault on the people. And the police do them work. They intervened, held this man accountable and so forth and things like that. And then you have this person over Zip FM now and do something like, it's almost like a slap in the face of the police. It's a slap in the face of decency. It's a slap in the face of efforts, you know, to, you know, hold people accountable. So she was wrong. And yes, she was doing it under the auspices of Zip. So she was wrong. I mean, they say she wrong. But this is where me kind of extend the analysis now and where some, you know, and me differ. And that is fine. We can differ. In response to what she did, there was a loud outcry and condemnation of what she did, justifiably so. And people only don't have to go there. But me, I go somewhere where, whatever. And then, so only listen me out. Several major companies came out and withdrew their advertising from Zip FM. When they withdrew their advertising from Zip FM, it was done under the justification that they're supporting justice and they must speak out against injustice and slackness and whatever. And there were all these proclamations about, looking out for the country. So remember, what this man committed was, what they were upset about was his assault against innocent Jamaicans who take route taxi. And they were upset about that what the young lady did with Zip FM was essentially encouraging that, which I agree with the upset. The part where befuddled me a little bit and confused me a little, well, not confused me, because I know exactly what is going on, is how people, institutions, and people, and I happen to see some people in media, when I tell you the people them get loud, panda something I know, and them burn out what the girl do, and them burn out Zip. The companies them come out and everybody a defend country, no one a look out for whatever, and people. Right away, this a boy, I me kick back and me and say, John was star. Look how them people jump on this a sitting here and get so loud and brave. So loud, so brave. Not only loud and brave, but in terms of actions, they were just very, you pull all of your advertisement them from Zip and all them something there and thing and whatever. I'm jack back and I pray and I watch you go on. People, here is my issue. One, why these people were not like this in so many other instances of injustice and some terrible things were happen to, poor people in the country and whatever, when certain people do it. Two, will they be consistent in the way they move to this little young lady here and Zip FM, a radio station where young people love? Again, why were these people not equally loud and equally proactive in their actions? The many times before, when injustices were committed so many times against people, but it was done by some powerful people or some people with some strong business interests and all that, or some certain politician or whatever, or so the party or whatever, this and that. But them not speak out. And if you're going to make an argument that, okay, them never speak out before, but them reach a point now where this was just so appalling and so egregious, which in my opinion, and I stand by it, as bad as this thing is what the young lady do and what the taxi man do, him never lick them the people them with the board or anything or whatever, It was just so threatening and tell the people them to come out and drive the people out of the taxi and whatever. And as bad as that is, there is so many other terrible thing happening in this country where them people never get so loud and them never get so decisive in them actions. And then, even if you make an argument, say, well, the reason why you can't really judge them from the past, you know, because them just reach a point now where they had enough. The question is, will they continue to be like this, irrespective of who commit the injustice? My argument is this: the young lady wrong, and it is okay to hold the Zip FM accountable because she was working in the auspices of, through the auspices of Zip FM. Okay, good. But I maintain that they are scapegoating the young lady and scapegoating Zip FM because it's a wonderful opportunity to look good. It's a wonderful opportunity to look brave. It's a wonderful opportunity to get some currency out of it in the public sphere. It's a wonderful opportunity to look like, oh, I am standing on the right side and thing and whatever. So one never did I stand before, and will you stand the same way? You stand against this young lady who's clearly a weak fence. People, this thing I can also be placed in an historical context. You know, we are talking way back and nothing new me I talk about, you know, people. Alexander Bustamante won't love me. I talk about from way back when. Every year when I celebrate Good Friday and all them something there, you know why the rest of them call it Bad Friday? Alexander Bustamante send out police and send them say, go kill the rat, bring them all in, dead or alive, and go kill off the rest of them. Pan one Good Friday. And when it did, me just give you a historical context, you know, I show you so this thing I come way up. And when it did that and whatever, nobody did the elite and the powerful people, them never defend the rest of them. Up till today, the rest of them are asked for some sort of acknowledgement of that and thing and whatever, and you know. And them not embrace that. How many times when you see things happening in Jamaica, appalling, terrible things happen against people in Jamaica, and them don't come defend it the way them defend this, right? Every time the crime thing get out of hand in Jamaica, every time it rise and get, let me say out of hand, every time it get worse than it usually is, because unfortunately Jamaica has an ongoing crime problem. But every time it get worse than it usually is, and it start affect the bottom line of certain companies, the scapegoating start. Dancehall are the problem, and ghetto, and the problem them always focus on ghetto, you know. And not for the ghetto people who support this together, when they don't understand people. People, I'm not lying, it's a personal thing for me. It's a personal thing for me. And I'll admit that. Why is it a personal thing for me? I have been in several jails in Jamaica for choices where me make, which is wrong. They were wrong. And as I grew on, I don't know, I can look back and say, you know, somebody did wrong. Somebody did wrong. And when me did wrong, me go jail. But after being in several jails in Jamaica, I mean, years ago, of course, decades ago, but and spending many years in boys' home and being institutionalized in the system and whatever, and been in several jails, I had reached a point where I asked myself, hold on, how come a beer ghetto people and working class people may have seen a jail with me? And I was faced with that question. Why is it that it's only ghetto people, working class people, and black people in the jail in Jamaica? And it came down to the following. It must be that it's only people like we are commit crimes in Jamaica. That's why it's only we go jail and only we are held accountable. And it is normal. It is normalized to hold people like we accountable. And marking them, I said, when me did do it wrong. With all my fight and stabbing up and thief and fire extinguisher when me a youth and out in the street and hustler, me end up in a jail, Constant Spring jail, Stone Hill jail, Half Tree jail. Me did wrong. But then when I faced that question now, years ago, me I said, so wait, we are commit crime in the country. Why only we? We are the only ones held accountable. Why when things go awry, is we? And as some start meditating, because if you go follow that conclusion, then it's an absurd conclusion. I know we alone are commit crime. And if I know we alone are commit crime, I know we alone for be held accountable. And I know we alone, I know people like we alone, people must get brave and courageous when they want to make some statement. But what needs to be done in the society and all them something there. I know we alone. Not only I know we alone, me know I know we alone. Because after me get my doctorate and me, I was lecturer at University of the West Indies, I saw them that me start mix round in a certain crowd and all them something and certain people. And people me I tell on a set. Enough of them people who you see self-righteous and jump on everything I get to and the lower class people man and the so-called lower class people and the ghetto people and the country people. Them people who you see, they know who is doing what. And no, we alone are do it. And the ghetto people alone are bring down the country. Them know every story. Them know who you. Them know who get capital for business. Who used to. Them know all of the family. Them who used to smuggle ganja in a plane back in the day. It's like an open thing or whatever. But them people. Them know everything. But shh, nobody not talk about that side there. When people want to look brave and courageous and thing, get up people, man, and they look a taxi man, the man, and what the marking the man did wrong. And that is where someone who talk to me and whatever, who think me I said the man did right, me never said the man did right. We have to learn for reason. Because we have this zero-sum thinking. Is either it's all wrong or all right. And I'm saying, no. Him wrong. She wrong. She should be held accountable. He should be held accountable. And Zip should be held accountable. But what I see happening here, people, is part of the same cycle. When it's convenient, everybody brave and courageous from making certain statements from certain people from certain background. When it's convenient for them switch it and flip it and fix it up neatly and whatever and go on like say never them did I make certain statement. Right? And yeah, me can't say certain things because, Ray, you don't know what is what. Me tell you, me have a friend, him named Craig. And Craig owned the Sony dealership across from an apartment complex when we used to live in Worthington Towers. And him have a Sony dealership right at the corner of Worthington Terrace and Worthington Avenue, that road that we go down to, a road where a JLP headquarters is upon. And some man a robbing place in and Craig, and Craig come with him gun and thing and whatever, and Craig said, hear me right here now. And he mad, which he, well, he should be. Very expensive equipment. He was a sole distributor for high-end Sony camera type of thing and whatever. And Craig say, whoa, when him come and him, and him say what him a go do, some things what him a go do, right? And whatever. And me say to Craig, no, not do that. Better you call the police. If you want, just go see them and then go do that and thing and then you get in a trouble next thing you're in a jail and whatever. People, I will never forget this. Craig turn on and look for me and say, Reggae, sometimes you talk like he's a damn idiot, And I say, what? You see people like me in a jail? People like me, we don't go jail. We don't go jail in Jamaica if we do anything wrong. And it hit me at the moment that it's true. It's true. There's a systemic thing in the country where it's okay if you beat and lock up and this and that, people from ghetto for ganja for decades upon decades upon decades. And then when it's fashionable now and ganja can legalize and money can make off of it now, it's just certain people get access to that and them deliberately, systemically put things in place to exclude the people who they have been abusing all these years, so them are engaging in illegality with that particular substance, and now that substance can be exploited for economic profit and all them something. And them look at something there. A little man jumped the fence up at King's house and picked some ackee off a tree. King's house land, big, large expanse of land, Again, well, really owned by what was the Queen Elizabeth now owned by King Charles and whatever. The man go over there and go pick some ackee and whatever. And the man end up in a jail. People may say something controversial and thing and whatever. And I don't want to think me pick by anybody, I just make a point, I just make a point, right? The Sandals company, ATL company, is internationally renowned, built by Butch Stewart, his son I run it now, Adam Stewart. And they own a radio station, like Fire FM and I think Edge FM and thing. People, say, I jack my camera and pray, and I say, what if somebody over one of them stations that they go make the same mistake? Would these companies react the same? Knowing that Adam Stewart radio station them that over there? Would these people in a Jamaican media who run in upon the young lady and all them something there and whatever and give it to her loud, would they do it? Would they be the same way? People one time they run a man years ago, who we can call from the upper echelons of society. And he was strenuously arguing that the problem will afflict the country right now are the people in the ghetto who are condone the damn them. Them time that the damn thing did bigger than now, right? And him a go off, so them a bring down the country because if them stand up, if them stand up and thing and whatever, and we take back the thing, so the problem, I get to the problem there as far as him concerned, And him go on, and I sit down there and listen him, and him a go off with him friend, them, come up in a mansion and thing, and I just quietly and listen. Little after that, somebody come to link him and say, him nephew lick down somebody in the road on Old Stone Hill Road. You don't know Stone Hill Road and Old Stone Hill Road. So the person call him and say, nephew lick down somebody. Remember, this man talk about corruption and ignorance and foolishness for the people that get to who are bring down the country. And somebody call him and say, him nephew lick down somebody. Apparently, the nephew took blame for what? Took the blame and said, I was wrong. And the nephew put the person in the car, and carry them go hospital and say, fiend fault and whatever this. So when this man here, same nephew do that, the same man who did just a cuss and talk about what ghetto people are doing all these things and whatever. Me sit down and hear this man refer to him brother, call him brother by name, same brother named John. And say a beer idiot John raise over there, Where him go take, go him go say him do it for even if him do it. Where him go pick up the person for and carry them go hospital and now I go put the family name in this and that and I just sat there like in shock. And him I say, why him never call me? And I would just call and him go drop the then commissioner name. I mean, I say the then commissioner name would be complicit in what I'm doing. I tell you, I show you the thinking. And this man was just so callous and mean. Who did self-righteously argue about what we need for the betterment of the country, and I blame ghetto people and thing. But then when his nephew did the noble and honorable thing, the responsible thing, acknowledge that he was wrong with something, and then engage in action to alleviate and to the injury to the person and do and can do, which is, that is what decent people should do. He saw it as something terrible. I'm just I said, there he was again. Them blame ghetto people for this and that and that and this and that. But when it turn around, them really engage in a corruption and criminality. But they are not held accountable for that. People, the taxi man guilty of what him do, him wrong. The young lady a zip guilty of what she do, she wrong. Jamaica have a crime problem because that is why them get involved, because of the terrible crime problem in Jamaica. So them a take a stance against the young lady, against Zip and the taxi man. People are really only weak fence people alone that commit all of the crime them in Jamaica. Are really only weak fence people alone that engage in the corruption and the collective conduct where bring down the country. Is it really the case that the solution? Is it really the case that the solution to tackle the crime problem in Jamaica is just, really just clamp down on the ghetto people and because of them I do it? Is it really that? Is it really the case that all these other people and whatever who they engage in all forms of criminality, some of them happen to get publicized? And when them publicized and whatever, what we only hear in a 9-day wonder, nothing come out of it. Look how much scandal you hear about over whatever. Look on all of them scandal, the people. With how much money? Millions upon millions. I mean, I understand what I say, because I'm not telling no secret to no know. I tell about years and years and years I go back. Everything come up on. You see them company, they roll out and put on them foot, so like how they put on them foot against this young lady here. You know, they see them company that speak out against them people and them scandal with the way of them come out and thing. You know, they hear the radio announcer them and all these people in the media who are take it to this young lady and take it to Zip and thing. You know, they hear them loud enough. No, you know what them do? Them whisper and keep them mouth and keep them mouth shut. Them not brave them time there. Them not courageous them time there. And that is my issue. And then when you understand that dynamic, you begin to understand where we have a population of men who me grew up with and me hear them say it, who are intelligent enough to decipher this hypocrisy that benefits certain set of people. And because them don't have that skin complexion, because them don't have the last name, because they're not in that circle, because them never live in that area, because them not go to them top school at Jamaica, whatever, they do not have access to those privileges and those benefits where they can do certain things and not be accountable for it. But them determined to get it. And it's so they evolve phrases with accompanying conduct such as anything or anything. And then find a way. People one time gone, ghetto man, them never have them own a gun, A politician buy a gun, go give them, Uptown people from the private sector give the politician them the money. Because a lot of the people them who go in politics that have the money are the people them outside who have the money. them get the politician them and whatever, because if the party win, then them can get certain provisions and things and benefit for them business and build wealth. It's a complex system. And then no part of the game now was for them politicians, they give them man and them. May I tell you something, I grew up in her. And we know who did I bring down, which van did I come with the gun them. When we grew up there, one look sitting here, one pop, him and them make gun, then they man a gun for themselves. And them man they see the corruption and see that them man they run things because of them control the capital, of them have the money, of them this and of them that, and of them get away with certain things, and of them, them get so big and high in a society that them untouchable, and the man them read the game and thing, and over the years, the model that them grew up in, they too aspire to get that way, but they know that the mode and methods to get there, they don't have access to those circles, so them find some other way to do it, and that's so them advance some more in criminality and what we have now in terms of crime. But that's a good example. A man them now reach a point now where them run them own thing, buy them one gun, bring in them one gun and whatever, them now have to depend upon them other people who used to do it for them from the private sector and thing, from private area of Jamaica and all them something. So me now say the young lady in wrong. She wrong. And me openly say, Miss Lady, you make a mistake. And me can't imagine why you go this, but you make a mistake. You make a big mistake and you're wrong. But here we are going to go on now. You're going to build back from this. And you're going to be more prudent and careful when you come up with your little ideas them and thing. I don't want you get, so despondent and be overcome with despair where you go give up and thing. You make a mistake. But in my opinion, as egregious as your mistake was, it pales in comparison to many, many awful other things what other people do in this country. Powerful people, whole heap of people, known people are listing and other institutions and whatever, engaging and whatever. And the people them who beat you and batter you right, them never talk out against them people too. So you are being scapegoated. So right now I stand by you, Young lady, I stand by you. You're wrong. Are you going to grow from this? Are you going to get better? Zip FM is a station for young people and thing and whatever, primarily, each station have a niche, them have a brand and whatever and thing like that. And we know say people have them disagreement about dancehall music and Zip and the young people and whatever. That's a generational thing. Every generation come, them have a problem with the young people and whatever. It's cyclical, right? But Zip, yeah, not Zip the people them are wholly accountable. That's how the thing say. But Zip, I stand by you. I stand by you not because you're not supposed to be held accountable with the young lady who are work for your station or whatever, but because you're being scapegoated. Because they're engaging in a process right now where, crime, things like these, the way them feed it, it's a huge distraction from the other things that were really a cause crime in the country, from the other areas where people engage in some serious criminality that has exacted greater costs to the detriment of the country. And over and over again, those people are not held accountable. Not only they are not held accountable, but a lot of the loudmouth people them right here now and think them deaf, them the dumb and never say nothing. A lot of the institutions now who talk this brave action against Zip FM and whatever, them never do nothing and say nothing either. So if we really want change in the country, level the playing field when the ranks commit. Don't be selective with it. Do not be selective with it. People, is public. Oh, God. People remember the wiretapping scandal. when the senior superintendent of police come out, and him say police get blamed for so and so and so, but you know whatever. And when the police are doing work and the wiretapping go wait for go and whatever, and remember what did happen? Them shut that down, you know, when it reached certain people. People, this was known, you know, this come out in the public, you know, and no secret, me I tell you know. The quick o'clock, the senior superintendent, me don't even know what happened to him. Him disappear. People give me some, him never dead, you know. But him get shot down. But before him disappear and get shot down and probably leave the country, he said the crime problem in Jamaica can be solved. It's a question of will. Right? He said is who have the will to do it. And what he was getting at is like, there is corruption and hypocrisy right throughout the system. So the young lady wrong. Zip should be held accountable. Yeah, me understand that. A Zip should did that work for. So something for say and whatever and something for do. But people watch them. Remember everybody who roll out against this young lady. Remember all of the company them who punished Zip, you know, because Zip was punished. Let's be clear. Zip FM was punished. Remember that they roll out against this young lady and punish Zip on the basis that they are responsible for an act that is so egregious and awful. They should be held accountable and punished because the act that they engage in by go celebrating this taxi man with the board and them whatever, it is not good for the country. And the rhetoric was quite clear in that regard. So I say to you, Jamaican people, watch them. Watch them. Because it's a guarantee that injustices will again be committed, you know, against people from the lower rungs of society. And what if them roll out and defend the people them in the interest of the country? The same way they did so against this young lady and Zip FM. So I stand with this young lady, not because I wish you do. You're wrong, Miss Lady, you're wrong. But I stand with you because you're being scapegoated. People are using you to look courageous. People are using you to make it look like they stand for something permanently when it is really transitory, when it's really fleeting, when it is really permanent, when it is really convenient, when it really constitutes an opportunity for them to look good in the public sphere. Zip, I stand by you. Not because of what the young lady do under your auspices and whatever, but you are to be held accountable. But Zip FM, I stand by Zip FM. Me the pan Bridge 99 FM and whatever, but me talk. I stand by Zip because Zip is being scapegoated. The same people them where you see there, we beat people and come and get to and beat people for a spliff and all them something there and whatever, and them something there. And the same people them, they go put Bob Marley on one big poster. One big giant sitting out near to a cement factory there with a big spliff in their mouth and thing and whatever when it's convenient for them. Right? Me can go on example after example. Remember one time when the former Prime Minister Edward Seaga did in a one thing, one whatever, you know, one issue or whatever. But some Sharp Park Gardens thing or whatever. And I remember when the police got it, said they might investigate the matter because they're obligated to investigate the matter. And the former prime minister, and people in the politics, I'm not talking about JLP and PNP, I'm not talking about how Jamaica run. And when the police them go in there, if you go tell and say, we come here just to investigate the thing, because the matter was reported and say, you committed some sort of something another them saying they committed in terms of some property and all them something there. And the police them just go and say, it was so what does I do with you? Mr. Siaga run them out of that and say, get out of here. And tell them to them now the manners and run with police. Then on the turn around and cuss the police, then say the police them now do them work. Then on the things that the youth them in a ghetto now sit down and I watch that, and on the things that the youth now get to sit down and I watch them something and I say, Then our theme thing said so. That him have them privilege there and whatever this and that and ray. Me just go on some example, but they have been whole heap. Saying the things that the youth them say, and when you have real power in them time that you reach, and when you can do them something that you reach them levels there and thing. I want that too, because that is the example of success. That is the example that, you have reached certain apex of accomplishment. That is the example being modeled. People, when that happen, you never hear no company roll out and all them something. You have the usual adversarial thing with the PNP and the JLP. That's par for the course. But you never hear nobody roll out and this and that and talk about the betterment of the country and all that. You never hear people them shut up them mouth. Regular them something are going. When these little things come out, them run out pan look a weak fence thing and whatever, the little young lady are right, everybody a jump on her case now for look brave and bold. Like them are the bravest knights, them run King Arthur table right Everybody are defend the country now. Make us see if them can maintain and sustain that. We're going to take a break, we're soon forward.
It's the Bridge 99 FM.
How you deal with?
Gonna leave.
This is Zion Stewart, and you're listening to my dad, the awesome Ragashanti, on Bridge 99 FM.
You back in our juggling and thing with there. Yeah, I didn't want to mix up phone. Well, something with somebody tell me where. Whatever, but we understand we have some calls and things. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996. 876-676-4996 from Jamaica. If you're calling from the United States or Canada, the number is 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. 888-546-8742. To the phone lines we go. Good night. Hello.
Yes, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
Yes. So I hear your passion, and myself is also passionate because, I have a similar kind of passion on these type of issues. As far as I am concerned, is that I don't like criminality from wherever side it is coming from. Mm-hmm. I don't like it. Mm-hmm. Because even with the issue with the young nine-year-old child right there.
With the what? With the issue with the what?
With the 9-year-old child that was murdered back in January.
The is the one with the autistic child, right?
That's correct. Yes.
All right, and you see how you see the problems that are going with that. Okay. All right.
It is creating issues. The police is trying to get certain information, and you see, we all know, that money talks in Jamaica.
Really? And, you think that is the case?
No.
I'm being sarcastic. And
if I have money, I can afford prominent lawyers, then all other things can stop in Jamaica. A whole lot of things, no matter how bad things look. If you are in the position to pay a good lawyer, you can get off. But the fact of the matter is that majority of the ghetto youths are not, some of them are not able, to pay these kind of lawyers to get them out of certain cases.
Exactly.
But I absolutely do not agree. I don't support, the act that she take recent. Personally, you see, when I examine that issue and see that this was a carload of females, is a carload of women, right? And the man bully them and make them run out of the car like thief. Like they are criminals. Well, in every strike, we all know that if police strike, all our police them can't strike at the same time. Some have to be staying back to keep the country up. If nurse strike, some have to still be at work. So in every strike, you find that somebody have to be left back, to keep certain things moving.
If it has to do with essential services, right?
Yes, that's right, exactly. I know that taxi is a very essential service in Jamaica. And so, when this youth is trying to, in his so-called wisdom, he is trying to, literally try to stop every form of activity. He wanted to bring the whole nation to a halt from his behavior.
I know you're making a point, but when you said the whole nation to a halt, some people may say that's a bit of an exaggeration, but we understand what you're what you're saying, right?
Right. And when
but hold on. I mean, to be clear, I mean, I've said it over and over, but you know that I agree with what you just said, though, right? You know that, right?
Yeah.
I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah, and but again, you see, the issue about this, remember now, it's a carload of females. And to see another female telling him that he should frame that piece of board there, he must frame it. And to have seen her, that she have given him one button type something and say, if he use it, if anybody try to attack him or whatever. Yeah? It's just
it's unconscionable. Right. It's terrible. It's terrible.
You understand?
It's terrible. Okay.
I can't answer that at all. And personally, let me tell you, I am very passionate on the crime issue. Very passionate, trust me. I think I'm one of the most passionate Jamaican on crime. Because I have seen crime affect my family personally.
But tell me something in terms of the crime problem in Jamaica. You think is the reason for Jamaica's crime rate consistently in the top 5 in per capita, over decades and things. We're top 5, top 10 consistently. Jamaica is up there and things. Do you believe that it's only ghetto people are causing?
Well, certainly, it will not be ghetto people alone. But there is no question that, as you earlier state, that previously it was the politician that was funding the guys.
That was just an example. That was just one example. But my problem is, did I graduate from one of them school and the youth say, him was like, him get his speech. And when him a come down, him say, big up on a BB clad self. And people lost their minds. And again, my thing is, BB clad, we all know what it is. It's a Jamaican, you remember it, right? It's a Jamaican expletive, right? BB clad is not something that we would have, he should not have been saying that in that particular instance. I agree with that. What I found interesting again is the people who, it's the little things that matter, and we have to speak. Listen, this is what I'm saying now. These are the things that we let slide. And we overlook and we laugh about them, or we don't take them as serious enough. But these are the things that are indicative of the lawlessness and the corruption that exists in this country. And them talk out and people get loud. You tell me now. So when people like me say, okay, fine, the youth said that and it was kind of,
inappropriate.
It's beyond, it kind of beyond inappropriate. It was just really rude and, whatever. And think, okay, fine, I agree with that. So, based upon the logic where them use for condemn this young man behavior, right? Why them don't exercise that same logic when other people do even more serious things? Why them don't do that from certain points in the upper echelons of society? Why them don't do that? But them have strength for this local, youth in them singular space and whatever, who clearly is a weak fence to them make them look brave and bold with him. You understand? Do you get the point that I'm saying? Me not say him no wrong. Me not say the taxi man no wrong. Me not say me not talk about the act, me talk about the response to the act and what he said. Country first. And we not make these things slide. Okay, if we not make these things slide, why you keep making other people get up with all these things? Mark, let me tell you something.
Yes.
You know my thing set, and you know my thing is set at Jamaica. Make me tell you something. I was shocked when me start in a certain circles and things and find out say all these powerful people, most of these powerful, them have the full history of corruption and criminality exercised by people and whatever who would never see a courthouse and never go in a jail. And them know everything. Mark, when I say them know everything, them know which family did the what, who did the what, whatever, who go get man from down a ghetto. All them, some of them know who get man from down a ghetto for go do who. Them know everything. Them know everything. And there's something I can't say for obvious reasons, but I tell one of my people, don't bother playing to these distractions all the time when them people come on and them make them seize upon these things, crime problem and thing, and people say, so what is being done about it? And then everybody are focused on something like this now, And then what they have a politician that talk about dancehall. Every time crime get awful in a Jamaica, them go right back to that.
All right, Raga. So now, as far as if look, when I was a youth growing up, I listened to Bounty Killer, Beanie Man, these guys, Ninja. But I can tell you, well, from my knowledge now of these younger youths coming up these days, even though they are saying actually the same thing like what they were saying back then, but these guys now, it seems like they have taken it to a new level. I can tell you, because when I hear, and when I say that it is the reason.
Hold on, no. What is the new level? You just give me an example, so that we don't depend upon this.
All right.
Because there are people, I guarantee you, there are people listening us and be like, "Oh Lord, God, here they go again."
I'm going right there now.
So give me one example.
No, there's a guy who's in his song, him sing one song say, him and him friend them a top criminal. Now you tell me now. There's nowhere in the history of Jamaican artists you ever hear the artists them call themselves top criminal. No,
hold on, no. All right. You're wrong. Me can't tell you say you're wrong.
Well, tell me.
All right. Me can't tell you say you're wrong. Say, when you say no way in this year, man, I say top criminal.
I've never heard it.
You have never heard it. Okay, all right. In fact, that's a common assault. But what I'm saying to you is, why you think the youth, them in the music, feel comfortable and celebrate top criminality? You think it's a ghetto problem only, make the youth them and make music and celebrate top criminality?
Well, they would tell you that is their their levity, that them see growing up.
No, but let me put it another way then. You think, say, the celebration of top criminal, the reason why them are celebrate top criminality is only ghetto reasons?
Well, I can't say yes, and I can't say no. But I'm sure it would not be the only reason. You know, I'm sure it would not be the only reason.
All right. And that's all I'm saying. That you know.
But at the end of the day, see, at the end of the day, we have to start somewhere. No.
Hold on. Let me tell you, years ago, you did that long time, you know, when we were youth, you did have one dance named Butterfly. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, man.
All right. And I'm going to ask you if you see the connect. I'm going to tell you something, you know, when I have nothing to do with crime. But I'm going to ask you if you see the connection with what I'm saying with it. So you did have this friend of mine who happened to be from uptown and thing, and very moneyed and thing and whatever. And she burn out dancehall and burn out the dancing and all these things and whatever. And she burn out the music and dancehall and you know, she said, boy, you know, them need to put on them foot and, you know, she had one of them who did a pressure the broadcasting commission from them time now. And she just consistently burn out dancehall as like one of the worst things for happen to the country. One day, we have to drop her house with somebody else. We have to drop her house. I'm happy for going there and see her in a leotard and tights. Them time that them I watch video and I do them exercise. But it was dancehall music and there she was doing the Butterfly, which was did I run the place. So as me see her now, I say to her, I say, hold on. For all these things when you talk about dancehall and whatever, and when people are telling you, say, but what about the element of fun and its recreation and its escape and thing? And you are saying no, with a clamp down on it and whatever. When me argue with you about cultural continuity in the indigenous folk forms and the music and the whatever, and, you know, see them some, you say no, whatever. And here you are now. You are dance the Butterfly. Me coming at your house, see you are dance the Butterfly and your brand new leotards and tight and whatever. To some foreigner. One recording from some foreigner who take it, you know, and make exercise this and that to it, you know, and she got PR money for that, you know, and in a fear house up in the hills I do that, you know. And you know what she said to me? What she said, they package it better, which is a stupid excuse. Do you see any parallels with what me just say? With that account when me give with this lady and the dancehall, with what me ask about the crime, do you see any parallels there?
Well, it's not a lot.
No. Do you see any parallels there?
It is the same thing.
Oh, how? Same thing, how?
In the sense, you know, that according to her, the only thing about it is packaged better, according to her.
But but do you see the broader, you see the broader macro problem that exists in Jamaica, where it's convenient for her to blame dancehall and the dancing and the this and that for the country's problems and ghetto people and the behavior of this and that and the lawlessness and whatever. It's convenient for her to do that. But then turn around now and celebrate and spend our money on an entity from a foreign country. We package the same cultural product from Jamaica, from the working class ghetto neighborhood of them, and package it and she go spend our money over this and thing. And fear thing is, well, they package it better. Do you understand? You know, see the double standard and thing. And I'm trying to. What I'm saying is, this is systemic, and them distracting all the while with these things.
Well, I'm not distracted. Personally, I'm not distracted. You know, I have a very good mind of my own, and I can assess quite well, you know, of myself. So, but the truth is doing. The truth is, and either you see, there are times that we have to agree to disagree, and the fact of the matter is that some of these music that these guys are doing nowadays are contributing to the crime and to the violence that Jamaica are facing.
No. But Mark, you see, we're going in circles. I'm going to make somebody attack. I am not disagreeing with you, Mark. I don't play a gun. In all the years you listen to me, you hear me play a gun song? You ever hear me play a gun song?
Yeah.
Me not play a gun song. Me not play them something. Right. But what I'm...
The other younger youth, them.
No. But Mark, we're going in circle because everything you pretty much say this happened. I'm saying I agree with you. But I'm also saying that is not the finality of the issue.
I'm talking to you directly now. I'm
yeah.
talking about even peer persons who are, hearing the conversation, So it's not just you I'm speaking directly, only to.
All right.
You understand? So, but I want to quickly say this too. That I have an issue here. I have an issue.
Okay, say it quickly.
With somebody. I have an issue with somebody from your station because there's a person who have a program on your station who is the head of Jamaican for Justice. And this person, every time the government comes up with something to get the crime under some form of control, the government with the Prime Minister is saying now that they are proposing 30 years.
Mark.
Yes.
Don't believe I am evading or skirting the issue, but I'm going to take some other call and think. May I talk to you for a while? And then, by the way, the backstory is, your Raga, Mark, your friend, you always make Mark talk long. And I'm like, I make enough time, people talk long, but me say never wrong talk long or whatever, so I don't know where them take it for you for. But some other people are call and think, and you are about to open a huge door, another subject. So rather than go open that door there and think, dude, make we just put that off to our next time, yeah? Okay, cool.
All
right, President, bring in the other call in for me. Hello? Yeah.
Good night, a burger man, my wife free.
But Prezi, isn't this an American call? What happened?
Jamaican.
No, 1 second. All right. I never hear a call for coming, but yeah, all right, go ahead. What you say now?
Yeah, but I only got chatting with my wife free.
I'm there, I give thanks. What you say?
Yeah, I give thanks if I had a program. I'm ready with that talk to you, man.
All right, seeing.
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
So what you say?
But they are easy, man. But yeah, no. Yeah, Raga, I know my age, I know my date of birth.
Oh, you talk to where Ilian too
cute.
Where
too young you when I talked about last night.
Ilian too cute and Brittany. What you have to say to them, What you have to say to them?
Yeah, it's right now. Ilian and Brittany say, what's the man? A father got me praise, man.
Yeah.
So they don't know what to talk to me make. Because I don't say nothing bad and nobody want to conquer. You understand?
So foolishness them I say about you, don't?
Yeah, foolishness them I say.
All right. What your age?
Eh?
What is your age?
30.
All right. And what is your full name?
My name is Nicholas O'Brien Malcolm. But yeah, no. I tell my give me name Burger Man for the last part.
Yeah.
So me name want come in here and I tell me about burger, come love burger.
Okay.
Yeah, so they call me Burger Man. So every time they come, say, yo, Burger Man, and I come here.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. So Burger Man is not part of your actual name then, right?
No, but that's what they call me.
Okay, so Burger Man is a nickname.
Yeah, so me never want come here.
Oh. So you don't want to come here?
Yeah, come here, it's so tall, I never want to come here. I said,
hold on. What you not wanting to come here? What that have to do with a burger?
No, man, not me, and the man come here, me here, when it's kind of hard to come, like.
Right.
Yeah, so me happy, like, so before I come down, they use one picker.
Yeah, but but me just want to know how that lead to burger and Burger Man.
No, I tell them, go tell me about burger, no, because I love burger. Me always go buy a burger and eat.
No, but a while ago you said them call you Burger Man because you don't want to come here.
Yeah. And then they tell me about and then they go tell me about burger. You understand?
No. No, me not understand.
No, I met her point, you know. When I want to come here,
Yeah.
and then tell me about burger. Say me go buy a burger, give me.
Yeah.
And then say, all right, man, give me the name Burger Man.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah. And then you buy the burger, and then you buy the burger to come after. And then say, yeah, burger. Mommy here for come. And somebody say, mommy here for come. Every time they come, mommy here for come. Come to them go buy a burger, give me. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
I just said
Yeah.
so now.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. Yeah, but I'm going to take our next call, you know, here. But
Yeah, so I think, man, let's big up your nation, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, big up Hanover P.
Yeah.
So, big up Mobile, big up Sarsung Rosemont, that's it.
See it there.
And St. Elizabeth.
See it there. Yeah.
Yeah, and big up Bridge Nation. And big up the whole Bridge Nation family there, man. And big up Brittany, my big friend, and Alien Tokyo. Big them up.
Yeah, man. Big them up, man.
Yeah.
Blessings. Here, sir. All right, then.
And big up Pretty Pointy too.
Yeah, man. All right, cool.
All right, look at me there. Give thanks.
Yeah,
God bless you.
Okay. Next call, Prezi. Hello. Greetings, yeah.
Greetings, Ragashanti.
Yeah.
Yes, I give thanks, because right now I share some powerful information and where I as Jamaica youth. Where youth come from water and we know everything what I say are factual things. And I can tell you this.
Yeah.
The biggest contribution to the crime in Jamaica is the curriculum, because them still are teaching you them about in Morgan,
Yeah.
Marco Polo and all these great guys.
Yeah.
In our book.
Yeah.
Them in the curriculum systems are the criminals. Christopher Columbus, who robbed and killed so many people.
Exactly.
And them still educate the youth about them. You see me?
All right.
And
So I have been making an argument that is a perfect. When I go to other countries and I see people really proud of themselves and love themselves, and I try to simplify some of my analysis so that people can consume it easier and better. And what I say to people is like, we generally take care of what we love, In general, we take care of what we love, With nice shirt, with nice pants, the nice chair, we leave the plastic pan it and thing, we shine and cleaner, So, if, my thing is that life not perfect. Everybody have problem. Every country have problem. Every country have some sort of people that go against the grain. But some are doing better than others. And, and what I found is that the groups that do better than others, they collectively, they feel better about themselves. Them love themselves. Now, you see all these bright people every day, them get up and accost the people. Why you bleach? And you're not supposed to bleach. And you're not supposed to do this. Fine, they're right. But are they attacking the problem really? What cause the people them for bleach? You follow what I say? So if in the curriculum, when you and I we are go school and thing, and me can tell about Henry Morgan and Giddy House and Port Royal was the wickedest city, and Queen Elizabeth and Queen Victoria, and them something that me learn in history or whatever, But you never teach me the things them for make me love myself, for make me proud of myself, for make me proud of my country.
I make a point. I don't.
Yeah.
I make a point about the ghetto youth them.
Yeah.
In the past, couldn't buy guns. And we witness these things.
Yeah.
The PNP bring gun come get the youth them, and what's the labor right bring gun come get the youth them.
See
when the youth them start fly out, and them think they are going to start make them money and all. So when I need them money and start develop them communities, start buy big car.
Cool, no man.
Them displace
cool, no man.
Politicians.
Yeah.
The politicians start call them dans and drug smugglers and come kill enough for them too.
See it there.
And put back the youth in poverty. Because most of them youth there, is victim of the system, It's the youth them. Music was a way, reggae music is the voice of the people. Reggae music is the only people that come with a identity of African identity and a God identity. Because them that teach you everything in Jamaica, Jesus, this, that, and we still see crime and violence. The Rasta man, you're talking about the the Coral Garden incident with the Rastaman them.
Right. Coral Garden massacre. Don't say incident. Say massacre. Say massacre. Right. The Coral Garden massacre. Right.
But still, say people right in high society who was a part of that government system, and them same on a hand out accolades, and even for the Rasta singer them too. We never call no name.
Right.
There are ministers of this and ministers of that. You can do history. History recall these things, you know. So as a virgin, we can't blame the music because we still have to film them. Those the youth them. It was Lone Ranger and Dillinger and Josie Wheel. It's those virgin, you know. Everybody wants to become a name. Badmanism, gangsterism. That's what we used to say.
No, but it was clearly a route to obtain. It was for them. It was the most viable route to obtain what they say the standard that was set by others through their conduct, and what them do forget for them big house and for them in a high social status and whatever. The youth them look for them channel and them see a channel and then them use that channel because some people love to say when some people go in a criminality, them not have no ambition. That is incorrect, Them have ambition,
No, nothing pay like
them have ambition, but they were not taught. They were not taught the route. They were not taught how, for manifest the food. The things that when me travel and come to America, me learn some things that make me feel good about myself, It's not Jamaica, and Jamaica make me feel good about myself, And the things that, even in a Jamaica, Black is a Christian now, but me talk it all the while. Blacker Ellis was the first person me hear say some things and whatever, outside of school. We smoke at the Jamaica National School of Drama down at CTC, which is now the Edna Manley College. And the first person me hear say something when make me did feel good, but I me feel it inside. Say, I am okay. I have value. Blacker was the first person to say that, and what was he talking about? The man did a go through with trajectory from when African ancestors come right through and they say something where me never hear at school, yet when me did at school, them tell me say me bright, But all the bright at school, and them something me never learn what me did for learn, for feel good about myself. And for feel good about my country.
That's the thing with them a teach you. When you observe what them can teach you, the mind, that's why them suppress the Rasta youth them, I fashion for know, so we have parents that guide you on that part for know. So listen, you have to love yourself before anything else.
Big up to the parents them who teach it and thing. But tell me something.
Our mother teach them to say, listen to this. You have to love, you have to be yourself. You can't love something when I identify with you and I praise that.
Yeah, so but at the same time, when we parents them, but at the same time, when we parents them, teach them something there. Unfortunately, through no fault of them own, because them go through the same thing too. And then we hear a talk about who have pretty hair. And then we hear a talk about who good looking, Jamaican talk tall hair. And then we hear us a nice brown skin pretty girl, man.
We never have the experience because we come from parents who know say a Rasta parents then.
Well, that are you. Well, give thanks. Yeah. But tell me something before me have to take a break. But tell me
something. You know what you see enough most of these youth where the society are condemned. You know why the society, remember the youth them now, so them start make money and them start buy out upstone. The man them, the man them start sex. Them daughter start involved with some of the money where them are condemned. Them start live beside them, and then the whole thing change. It's not a problem, until the thing come on them the doorstep.
Well, that is true.
That is why them start suppressing the youth them.
That is true.
Because them find them daughter love the gangster man them too, and the bad youth them, and the youth them were gangster and rape.
Well, one big uptown woman who, I think she get disbarred as liar or whatever, right? She misappropriate tens of millions of dollars of Mavada money for us. And Mavada and I get back one say, you hear anybody come out and talk about, you hear them talk about the injustice and the outrage and thing, and that law and order should apply to everybody. You hear anybody say
Mavada come to all judge nooks too.
All right. Well, and last thing. When you did go school, right, you hear them talk about the crime problem and how it impact on the country. Were you taught anything, a series of learning or whatever, a series of lecture or a particular class? Did you learn anything where the objective was for you to be proud of your country and to be proud of Jamaica and its development and its history? Did you learn anything along those lines?
No.
Neither did I. We have the
opportunity to go to Kingston College, and we know that that's what we say now for the road to them. But we come from Waterhouse, from a political tribalism community. We see the virgin them, we grew up with friends, youth, and then we see they have the gun them, and then we see I kill people.
I never learned anything in school. I never learned anything at Calabar High or Calabar All-Age.
That's why we give thanks, you know.
I never learned anything at Calabar High or Calabar All-Age, which were good schools, considered good schools, that taught me how to love my country.
No, let's say education means educate, no. It means, my uncle used to say, it's not education, you know. It's inspiration, because when you educate from the action.
Another way of
edify, we say.
All right, we have to take a break.
Yeah, there's a word sound.
Word sound. Well, yeah, word sound.
Big up yourself, man. Keep up the good work, man. Educate the nation, because man like you do great things. So more blessing today and strength. Crime themselves. We can't tell the world a crime here. Follow nobody.
We're not celebrated on the show, but we just say.
No.
But I know where you're coming from, but I don't want people misinterpret it, because them grab on that and say that are the only thing we say that in our discussion so far. But anyway, big up yourself. Here, cool.
All right. Mm-hmm. Big up yourself. All right.
All right, cool. Mm-hmm. Real quickly, we're going to take a break now. But before we do, people, honestly, I learned a lot in school and whatever, but nothing was really taught in a systemic way to say the objective is for us to be proud of our country. We learn about the national hero and them something there, but we don't learn about them life and them something there, and what we don't learn the details about them in a meaningful way, a deliberate, focused way, as part, of understanding our heritage from a perspective where it will engender in us, foster in us, cultivate in us, sustain in us a love for country and a love for self. And the reason why we were not taught to love ourselves and to love our country is due to the residues and the continuity from our colonial past, where these structures are essentially still in place, and where you have a black intelligentsia who aspire to fulfill those requirements so that they too can advance in society and benefit economically and influentially / power by excelling in that system, that same system of a set of constructs that, that solidly benefit certain group of people over others. And the people them who benefit, them engage in all kind of behavior to maintain that thing. Some of them, it's not like it's deliberate. Them just born coming out and them just sustain it. It's not even like them hate people from oversaw or whatever. Them just born in that privileged, entitled space there, and it's their normal. But within all of that, all I'm saying is, when get the people wrong, Tell them wrong. But be careful of these people who we want tell ghetto people say them wrong when them not wrong. Or when ghetto people wrong, they make it look like fit them wrong at the end all. Fit them wrong is the primary causative mechanism for the country's problems. Be careful with those distractions. Be careful how people encourage you, if something happened that you justifiably should be outraged. Be careful how people encourage you for just stay focused on that outrage when I want weak fence person do it, or when I want get somebody or country people do it or whatever. Because when they're doing that, what I'm saying to you as somebody who got jail several times, as somebody who did involve, unfortunately, get in trouble all the while, and they go through Jamaica courts and whatever, and observe the thing and see it and see what go on. As somebody who did their halfway through jail, and while me in a jail, the amount of money me see pass and this and that, and who for send this and that to which this and that and that and this and whatever, for get off the person, and who mash the works, the for who, and who people me cannot tell on, but me I tell on say them on a brain and on the eyes clouded. On cuss the police them all the while, on cuss the police them all the while. I can't tell you how many times police want to do so and so, and somebody say, no, go over so. One time, me I do an outside broadcast in a St. William Grant Park. All them something that shouldn't still there Jamaica about St. William Grant Park. The people are the very same people who used to oppress we. The first millionaire in Jamaica did their Devon House. When Lady Musgrave, so says the man get rich and the man rise and think, she says she don't want to drive right past the man the house every day. Because she have got on what is called Hope Road right, She don't want to ride past the man because the man rise and the man is a black man and turn millionaire. And what she do? She make her own road. And up till today, we have the road there, they name Lady Musgrave Road in celebration of this racist woman. Who know why people for start feel about themselves? There's a generational thing where we have to get pan right now for change the mentality of the youth them out there to make them proud of themselves. Jamaica is so, on a bright and thing, I'm supposed to understand like even the fundamentals of enculturation and socialization and whatever. And sister Jamaica is just so is immersed with symbols and structures that serve to reinforce those very same colonial constructs to make people, engage in self-hatred and thing and end up, with a percentage of that, people who are engaging in that self-hatred, a percentage of them who are very ambitious, engage in self-destructive behavior like bleaching and all them something there. Now we see somebody go on with the surgery them and all them thing there. And it is a part of the criminality. So what do you think them structure that did exist for? Why do you think them people that spent hundreds of years and set up them structure there for make money? For make money and for assert power and money. Power and money. And that the youth them are defend right now. Me not excuse them and whatever. But me I say them look a piecemeal band-aid something that where them are distracting with about Ray and this and that and Ray. Me could pull all of the ad from Zip and thing and this and that and Ray. People who don't see the bigger picture, them are blind, And make you get excited over this and feel like so, this something now for help the country and whatever and Ray. When them they behind the scene and whatever and thing and I run the thing same way. People, I take a break. Remember one thing. People, I give you an example. Say, one man come to me one time there at Jamaica and say, tell me something, you sound passionate on the radio about some things and whatever. So, We thought you were an idiot, you know. We just looked at you as an idiot. Because you yourself, you said you're a comedian. I said, but I am a comedian. Because I do that a lot. You know, I might look a shield that, you know, for disarm. I am a comedian. And him say, yeah, but, you know, you have some potential contacts and thing and whatever. And we'd be interested in, you know, inviting you in our midst. So I said, we? I said, we? I said, then who is we? Like a little network and thing. You have heard some things about us, but nothing like that, you know, about sacrificing children and all that. Nothing like that. We don't engage in that. This is about, you know, power and money and control and looking out for your brothers and so. So I said, oh, it's a lodge. I said, yeah, it's a lodge. So, you're interested in me? I said, well, you can only join it by invitation, you know, so. We just, we think it could be useful. So I said, okay, I don't even understand this thing, you know. I wouldn't even know what I'm getting into, so I don't go into something that I don't. And so, but I could explain it to you, you know. And him said, that is a good sign that you said that, because we don't want. Sometimes people are a little bit too enthusiastic to come benefit from the network when they don't really understand it, and you just say, you know, but I could explain it to you. And I said, well, yeah, you could. And he said, but there's one thing though. Sometimes when you're on the radio, you say some things that, you know, we look a bit concerned that you said those things, you know, like, you know, there's some things you don't understand about the people them and things. So you might tell me, so there's something I understand about the Jamaican people and things. And essentially made an argument to say the way societies are, the mass must necessarily remain ignorant because everybody can't rich and can't powerful. So the mass must necessarily remain ignorant. So him say is a quest now. The quest now is to replace the rich and powerful, but keep the mass ignorant, because if the mass go rile up, this is a classic thing where some of the Marxists and all them people are arguing, you know, in terms of, you know, things like, you know, religion is the opium of the masses and all this. But it basically saying, read on to like say, yeah, we're interested in you, but can we get some sort of guarantee from you? Say, we're not busy about your comedy thing, you know. Go and do your comedy thing, but sometimes you say some things and you mention some things and you go in at some year. Can we, you know, get a little guarantee from you so you're not go, you know, so you can cut out them things there. And if you're coming out our midst, we take care of you. That in basically, you would have nothing to worry about. You have nothing to worry about. If anything happens, just call us. We take care of our own. You know, we just a little bit concerned. Because them time they made it depend fire, you know, people. I talk up something. And they say, no, we just, can we have some guarantee that you won't go in those here? And then I very calmly said to him, no, I'm not really comfortable with, you know, going in anything where, you know, a requirement is basically that, you know, in a decent, calm way to shut me up, you know. And so, okay, fine. I want it. And this is a good friend of mine, you know. Very, very big man for me, but good friend of mine, you know. People. You make them distract you, man. You don't even know the half about Jamaica, right? And I will have break. We're soon far.
Check. Boom blast, I don't know, sir. Black here this right now, representing for the biggest station right now. Yo, Bridge FM. How you mean? Don't tune it? Yeah, don't change it, you know. We're watching.
Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Ragashanti live. Check. All right, so when I look at mix-up level, let me read it, Auntie. When we don't even have time to read it down, because the call them come in down. Anyways, I look mix up with one woman who give her husband permission to get one bun a year. And the husband forget. And then the husband start increase the thing, and then she basically has saying breach the thing and whatever she want to devote. Like, we want to go into the mix up, but 876-676-4996. Hello.
Sir Raga, what going?
You know, someday I give thanks. What you say?
The argument when I talk about a while ago about the bridge man, me not sure I understand. You kind of lost with the man.
About the what?
The bridge. One man I talked about. He asked me for length of the bridge. What no bridge? Lodge.
Oh, wait, what last? What about it? What last? What
just think it. It's just think a man and them want to get you in five now. You know when them in there or what?
Well, yes, you do. You have several major lodges in Jamaica, you know, and they function in secrecy, and and they're very powerful, and they meet, and they tend to be populated by powerful people, and them they are, you know, some are all male, some are male and female, but they're there, yeah, and it's invitation only, you know. And basically, you have to bring something to the table. You have to have something about you where you have to have some value, where, you know, other members can call on you to say, help with this, or look out for this, or that, or whatever. And then the idea is that you can call on them also.
So to become a member of that group, the individual have to be financially up there.
No, not just it can be finance, but as I understand it, you can't just be from a certain powerful family. You don't have to have finance. You can just have a connection to a powerful family, and they would be interested in you. But basically, the idea is that you're either shepherding in by somebody who's in there already and powerful and want him son or him daughter to benefit from the thing, or them, you know, you can be observed, to say, boy, that's a good person we can have in our midst, because we can benefit from that person being amongst us by, so and so. That person will look out for we, that person will get, certain contracts for we, that person, you can have substantial wealth, but remember, there's a phrase, influence and affluence. So affluence is the money, but influence is also power.
Okay.
And power is the ability to get people to do what you want them to do without any consequences, as much as possible. That is the basic definition of power. So if people, there are people out there who have these, if you rise and you have some sort of power and whatever, and you don't have any baggage or liability coming with you that will compromise the integrity of their operations, they will be interested in you. But yes, it's total secrecy.
Are they regarded as a religious group?
No.
Okay.
And from what I was told, what most people believe about lodge people want to just sacrifice them picnic, and from the few people who are, from what I managed to hear from it, I hear nothing also. This is about network. This is about wealth and power. And protection, because I'm just telling you, there are judges who are members of lodges and whatever. And if you go in front of that judge there, you not going to get convicted. That judge are going to find some way to help you.
Okay.
But just so you know, this is not something exclusive to Jamaica, They have them here in the United States too. Have you ever heard about the Skull and Bones fraternity here in the United States?
Skull and Bones fraternity?
Yeah.
No, first I'm hearing it.
All right. I encourage you to Google it. But it's a fraternity here that, a lot of powerful families, they have their members of. George W. Bush was a member. George H. Bush was a member. John Kerry was a member. These are people. John Kerry almost became president and whatever. And then you have the other fraternities that are, they call them Greek something another, because you have the Alpha Kappa this and the Q Dog this. But basically these are organizations that are networked that look out for each other and ensure that their members are protected. And the value of them is that you belong to a group that is going to defend you based on the rituals that they have. That for members, for membership and members, that they're going to protect you if you get in trouble and so forth. They're going to protect you as much as you can. But they will also, grant you economic opportunities and advancement and so forth and things. So I'm saying this to say that this is nothing new. You even have some of them on the global scale, in terms of, who are very much involved in controlling the global economy and things like that and whatever. And secret societies, have always been, an element of the human experience, since the dawn of civilization. So I just don't think it's just a Jamaican thing. It's a global thing. But I would submit to you, though, that in my humble opinion, they can disagree with me with that, it has only been, this is mostly used by the rich and white people. I mean, black people use it too, but I say in general, like in Europe, it's a big thing over there. In Western Europe is a big thing. It's not a big thing in Africa.
Other than that person who was trying to, was speaking to you about it, do you know anybody else who's a part of the lodge? Hello? Do you know, like you don't have to mention a name, just like 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. Do you know of any? Because from I've been growing up, only about one person I've ever met, and they say he's a member of a lodge. So it seems like they're not plenty to me. You understand?
No, there are plenty, but it's not like the question you just asked. It's like put it this way, there are people who have made me know that they're a part of a lodge, and they're still in a position where they can say, I never told you that. But they made me know. If you understand what I'm saying, they made me know.
Okay.
But they're still in a position where objectively they can say, well, I didn't tell you that, and they would be telling the truth. So whenever they're having meetings, it's like under secrecy. Of course, yes it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And the secrecy part is huge, and it is very remember, and then for them to it's not like take over. It's like a social group, from what I understand also, so it's friends hanging out and drinking, and but it's that thing like, so what is your son Paul doing? What is Paul doing? And have him come talk to me. We can find something for him to do or whatever. And we have an opportunity at this really good school. You should check it out. I have a contact for that. It's that world. So it is as much social as it is, economical and and political.
You came on here on television on national TV some time ago.
Yeah.
And I think you created history on that program,
What program?
Profile.
Me?
Mr. Ian Boyne. You made Mr. Boyne did something that I've never seen any other guest.
Well, yeah, I remember. Oh no, I know what you're referring to, right? I remember that, and what a wonderful soul that man was. It was just like, I tell you, there are very few people in Jamaica who I could say have critiqued me from an elite or from what they would consider to be a higher level and thing, and yet did so in a manner that it wasn't dehumanizing, it wasn't condescending, it wasn't you're below me type of thing and whatever. And Ian Boyne was one of those people. Michael Anthony Cuff, he also was one of those people. But you have some people who were able to challenge me and disagree with me passionately, and thing and whatever. but did so with a sort of camaraderie and a mutual respect that, that I just felt obligated to reciprocate that respect to them. And Ian Boyne was one of those wonderful, wonderful souls and things like that, and boy, we lost a great one there,
What did you say to him that has caused him to do what he did on the program?
But you watched the show, so you knew what I said.
No, all right. I stepped away for a while, and then I come back. I saw him.
Listen, we'll run out of time. It's 12 o'clock now. I'm president. We have to go thing or whatever. But we're going to have to talk about this another time. But thank you for the opportunity to reminisce.
One minute. The lady who says she wears size 10. What's her name again?
Hot and Spicy.
Eh?
Hot and Spicy.
Oh.
Yeah.
You'll notice that every time she come on that show, she always discuss people. She don't discuss someone of influence or someone who you can look up to.
All right, but listen now, I'm going to ask you for calling another time and take it to her, Miss Size 10, Hot and Spicy. But be careful, it's Prezi people, it's Prezi lady, so.
A Prezi lady?
Yeah, man, a Prezi. All right, my brother, take care, here.
Yeah, man, respect.
All right, people do remember, say this Friday, it's all about free up, and it's at the realest Jamaican talk show. And which part of the over YouTube? What's the name of the channel? Ragashanti TV. Ragashanti TV over YouTube. Ragashanti TV over YouTube. 1 o'clock this Friday, 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So come tune in and come enjoy yourself. And again, we keep it real over there. So if you can't manage a thing on a certain level, if you're too stocious and if you're too prude, perhaps it's not for you. So, but if you if you balance on your thing kind of level and thing, and no problem with certain local language and thing, just come over, man. It's nice. 1 o'clock this Friday, Ragashanti TV over YouTube. Lock in. For those of you who celebrate Thanksgiving without subscribing to the the way that it came about in terms of the oppression against the native peoples of this land, and thing, big up on yourself, because for many of you it's a celebration of family and community. For those of you who celebrate tomorrow in the United States as Indigenous Day, in homage to the Native Americans of this country, and thing, celebrate today and have a wonderful Thursday tomorrow also. So people, sooner Friday, right here on the Bridge 99 FM at 10